Welcome back to U.S. Command Intelligence. What happened across multiple U.S. military installations in the Middle East in the last operational window is not a limited strike. It is not symbolic. It is not controlled escalation. It is a coordinated missile saturation event. 150 Fateh-110 ballistic missiles, multiple U.S. bases, one synchronized strike window. This was not designed to send a message. This was designed to test a system, and the system that was tested is the defensive architecture that protects American military power across the region. Tonight, we are going to break down the full strategic reality behind this event, not the headlines, not the official statements, but the operational truth. Before we go deeper, four critical questions must be answered. First, how did 150 missiles reach U.S.-controlled zones at nearly the same time? Second, what makes the Fateh-110 effective at scale? Third, why can advanced defense systems struggle against this type of attack? And fourth, what does this mean for the future of U.S. military positioning in the region? If you are here for real analysis, subscribe and drop your perspective below. Now let's break this down step by step. This was not a random launch. This was a coordinated system-level operation. The missiles were launched from multiple locations, different angles, and different trajectories. This creates what is known as a multi-vector attack environment. For defensive systems, this is critical because every incoming missile requires detection, tracking, interception calculation, and engagement. Now multiply that by 150 and compress the time window. The result is not just pressure, it is overload. Even the most advanced systems are limited by reaction time, interceptor availability, and processing capacity. When those limits are exceeded, gaps appear, and those gaps are where strikes succeed. The Fateh-110 is not the most advanced missile in the world, and that is not its role. Its strength is reliability, mobility, and scalability. It uses solid fuel, which allows faster launch preparation, reduced detection windows, and higher operational flexibility. It has improved guidance systems that enable better accuracy and consistent targeting. But the real power is not the missile alone, it is how many can be launched. Individually, one missile is manageable. At scale, they become a system-level threat because defense systems are not built for infinite engagement. They are built for expected scenarios, and saturation pushes beyond those expectations. Now consider the defensive side. Systems like Patriot are highly advanced and designed to intercept incoming threats with precision, and they do work, but they are not unlimited. Each interceptor costs time, consumes resources, and requires targeting calculations. When multiple missiles arrive at once, the system must prioritize. Not every threat can be engaged simultaneously. This creates what is known as throughput limitation. In simple terms, if more missiles arrive than can be intercepted, some will get through. This is not a failure of technology, it is a limitation defined by physics and system design. Modern warfare is increasingly shaped by this reality. The targeting logic behind such a strike is also important. These are not random targets. These are operational nodes, logistics hubs, airfields, command centers, and infrastructure that supports sustained military presence. Each impact is not just damage, it is disruption. It forces recalculation. It forces repositioning. It forces a response. And more importantly, it signals that fixed infrastructure within missile range is no longer inherently secure. This introduces a deeper strategic shift. For decades, military dominance has been defined by advanced technology, air superiority, and precision engagement. But now, a new factor is emerging, volume combined with coordination. Because even advanced systems can be stressed under saturation conditions. This creates a new balance where scalable missile systems can challenge more technologically advanced defenses, not by being superior individually, but by overwhelming collectively. The United States now faces a strategic dilemma. A strong response risks escalation across the region. A restrained response risks weakening deterrence credibility. Neither option is simple, because this is not just about a single strike. This is about a change in the structure of conflict itself. Missile warfare is shifting from isolated engagements to coordinated system overload strategies, and that shift changes how power is measured. What we are witnessing is not just an event, it is a demonstration of how modern warfare is evolving in real time. The question is no longer whether defense systems work, because they do. The real question is whether they work under sustained pressure at scale. And if that answer becomes uncertain, then the balance of power begins to shift in ways that are difficult to reverse. What happens next will define the direction of this evolving conflict environment. Will strategies adapt to counter-saturation tactics, or will this model become the new standard? That is the question now facing every military planner observing this situation. Drop your analysis in the comments because the discussion happening here matters. If this breakdown gave you clarity beyond the noise, subscribe and stay with us. The next development is already unfolding. Stay sharp, stay informed, and we will see you in the next one.